Hi, this is Genesis from the Palos Park Library. Today I will be showing you how to paint your candy corn mason jar. This is one of our fall DIY crafts that we're doing in October. So if you registered for this event, you would have received the mason jar, the foam brush, the paints, the tape, the cap, and the twine. So a couple things to keep in mind is that the mason jar that we sent with you has already been pre-coated with a clear matte chalk paint, and this will help the color paints to stick better to the glass. Also, if you're gonna put candy inside, you should wipe the inside of the mason jar, and you will need a little cup of water for your brush. All right, let's get started. So to get the candy corn look, you want the white on the top, followed by the orange, and then the yellow. So to get that separation, you want to take your tape and decide how big you want the white section to be, and then start taping from there. So I'm going to cover this part. This will be easier to paint over, and then just take your tape all the way around. And I ran out of tape. Okay. I will be using washi tape since I ran out of tape. Okay. So to make sure that the paint doesn't go through, you want to rub at the edges to make that nice seal on the tape. Alright, just all around. And then do tape off the section that you want the yellow part to be. So I'll choose it right here. Keep running out of tape. Let's see. Okay, and then also again, you want to make sure to rub every section. while the mason jar is drying, you want to clean your brush. So just put it in the water, let it soak for a little bit, try to get as much as the paint off of it. Take a paper towel and then dry it off. Squeeze that paint off. So your mason jar should be drying. Shouldn't take too long. If it's taking longer than, I don't know, 5 minutes maybe, then it's probably because there's thick layers of paint on it. So just be patient and let it dry more. Okay. So mine, for example, mine's kind of dry. It's kind of not dry here, and especially not dry up here because there's definitely a lot of paint on it. But by the edging, it is pretty dry. So next thing we want to do is take off all the tape, and we are going to try to reuse the tape. So take it out nicely. Now, before you take out the tape, if you wanted any of these colors to be slightly darker or brighter, then you would add on another layer and then wait for that layer to finish drying and then add out more layers if you want more color on it. But we're just gonna go to the orange color now. So again, just take the tape off. And we're gonna try to reuse it, so don't bunch it up. Okay. So the way we're gonna try to reuse it is by taping onto the color section, but on the opposite end of the tape. Now this one you don't want to rub in too much, because then the paint may come off with the tape when you pull it off. That's why it is important to let the paint dry. Damn, it's gonna need more tape. If you want to color but your paint isn't dry, then you could try to freehand it. I mean, it doesn't have to be like a perfect line either. But there. Okay. So now we're going to take our orange paint. And we're going to do the same thing. Don't make a thick layer of it so it can dry faster. And just paint all over it. I will say this is a project that's kind of messy, as most paint projects are. But there is some like waiting time to it too, because you have to wait for the paint to all dry. Ooh, I did not tape that correctly. Just readjusting here. Okay. Okay, again, thin layer, and we're gonna let it dry, and then we'll come back to it. It's already looking good. Yay. Okay, we're gonna let it dry. And I'm gonna cap my paint. Be right back. Okay, now we're back after some drying time. So we're gonna go straight at it and just take the tape off. Okay, so there might be areas where there's no paint. So you can just come back and retouch it in those spots. So we're gonna start with orange for the retouching. Just because my brush is already orange. And this time I will freehand it. So I'm just gonna grab paint on the tip of my brush and just add to it. Almost there. Okay. So that's there, and I'll just come back with yellow for this area and white for that area. So we're gonna wash our brush. Ooh. Try it. Okay. I'm going to take the white one first. And again, the tip of my brush to the white. And then just paint the area. Okay. And now the yellow. Nice. Okay. It's basically ready. So cute. Okay. Last thing is the twine. Just wrap it around the mouth of the jar. And make a little bow. Here is my finished candy corn mason jar. I hope you had fun painting it and enjoy all the candy that goes in it. For the lid, you can also paint it if you want, or you can add that sticky paper that came with the kit. That way you can write your name on it and no one can take your candy. This can also be a nice vase for some fall flowers. Now I did want to mention that on Monday, October 26th, Palos Park Library will be posting our November events and crafts on our website, and we hope you can register for them. Have a wonderful fall day.